What's going on YouTube? West Hobbies RC. Today I wanted to talk to you about two things. One is the satellite placement if you're using DSMX, DSM2, Spectrum, or Radiomasters. Where to put your satellite, where I have found the best place to put it on my M1. I've seen a couple posts, quite a few posts actually, on the satellite placement and where people put it and where I personally found the best place to put it. And the other thing, I had a few requests to show the settings that I use in my Radiomaster TX16S for the M1, so I figured I would do both in one video for you. So I got my M1 here, all put back together. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the canopy off. First thing I did, of course, was change the canopy grommets because the stock ones tear very easily. So I just found some, I think they came off of a 180 CFX, but the M2 grommets will work just as fine. You got to ream them out a little bit. So I've seen people put their satellites in a bunch of different places. Personally, this is where I found the best place to put the satellite, right on the side. Now, what I've seen people do is they just stick the satellite on the side here. This is the case. I decased mine. They'll stick it right here where mine is, and then they'll go ahead and cut the canopy out so it clears. Personally, I found if you take the case off, just simple 2 screws in the back, case comes right off, and I like to put a piece of heat shrink over to kind of hold the antennas in place and everything, but you don't technically have to. You could just double side tape it straight on. It fits really nicely right inside. It is slimline enough where the canopy slides right over it. What I did was just put 2 little small pieces of double-sided tape, one here and one up here underneath the servo, just to kind of hold the antennas up out of the way so they're not flopping around and risk breaking them off at the solder joint. And then what I did is I took the satellite wire that it came with. I don't know how well you can see that. I cut it, shortened it, soldered it, so it was a nice direct run right from the top here, right into here. And then I used some braid and I just covered it just to clean it up a little bit and make it look pretty, kind of non-noticeable when you're looking at the helicopter. As you know, in my other videos, I like very clean wiring. So it's just a little something. You don't have to do that. You could just bundle it up. I know they sell some short extensions. You can get the shortest you can find. That is totally your choice. I personally just found right here to be the best spot to put the satellite. If you're running a Futaba S-Bus, which I had on this helicopter as well, you could put it right here too, direct run. I've seen a few guys put the satellite back here, and they mount it right here, and then run the cable up and through. That's your preference, I guess, really. You could put it anywhere. But if you decase the satellite, again, you're talking 2 screws right in the back, right there. Take those 2 little screws out and the case will come off. You save a few grams and it makes it slimmer, and the canopy can slide after I drop it on the floor, but the canopy can slide right underneath, or right over top. Sorry. But now your canopy will slide right over, nice and neat. You don't have to worry about hitting. Put it on. And hold on one second. Okay, canopy is on now. And antennas come out the back. Don't have to cut your canopy. You don't have to do anything. Fits on there nice and neat. Nothing hits, nothing binds. You're good to go. Second thing is, let's go ahead and look at my settings on the Radiomaster TX16S for you guys who are wanting to know.
Throttle warning.
Let's see if we can do this in a way where you guys can see it.
Normal mode. Throttle hold.
All right, I think you can see it here. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn brightness down. Sorry, let's back out of here. Let's go over and turn the brightness down. Where's brightness? Go with me for a second. Okay, brightness. Oh, wrong one. See if that makes it easier for you guys to see. Okay, so now we are going to go ahead, go into my model. Yeah, there we go. Looks like you can see it better. Okay, so first thing I did, of course, is DSM. I'm running a DSM2 receiver on this one. So DSM2, 22 milliseconds, which I'm going to change to 11. You name your receiver number to your liking, you bind it. Okay. So now inputs. This is where I personally put all my settings, or all my mixes, or however you want to call it. There's a couple different ways to do this. So as you can see on aileron and elevator, I am running a deadband curve, which I will show you in a second. And then I had contained the throttle, and then I am running, so I clicked throttle, copied it 4 different times. You know, you copy, and then it gives me 4 blank pages up and down. Then I go in. My first is my hold. You don't have to do hold first. You can do throttle normal first. You can do however you like it. But my hold switch and my rescue switch, I'll show you in a second, are reversed. So out of the box, this is a 2 position, and then this is your momentary contact. I've flown my whole life on helicopters where my right switch is my throttle cut, throttle hold, and left switch was just whatever. Now it has become rescue switch. Flight mode is always this switch for me. You set the radio up to your liking. You can go ahead and turn the volume down. It'll get annoying. So anyways, so we have my hold, throttle normal, throttle 1, throttle 2, rudder, which has the deadband mix as well, and then gyro. Again, I just clicked it, copied it 3 different times. So your normal mode is going to be positive 100 max. Idle up 1 will be negative 100. Idle up 2 is negative 100, all max. And then under pitch, I did the same thing. Select it, copied it, dragged it down 3 times, and I went back and added my normal pitch, pitch 1, pitch 2, assigned it to the switch of your liking. Nothing on mixes. I know some people do it. I did the gyro and named it, and pitch and named it. Some people put what I did on inputs and mixes, and there's a couple different ways to do it. All my outputs are 100. Curves. So now I did a normal, So I have a normal curve. Curve 1 is hold, which is a 2 position. It's just a standard 2-point curve, negative 100, negative 100. Throttle normal is a 5-point curve, and it is a negative 100, 35, 35, 35, flat across the board. Idle up 1 is a 5-point curve as well, 65% flat across the board. Idle up 2 is a normal 5-point curve, 95 across the board. You can adjust it to your liking. I just like the head speed at 95. Pitch, normal mode is a negative 30, negative 10, 12, positive 52, positive 100. 5 points. Pitch 1 is linear, is a negative 100, negative 50, 0, 50, 100. Same as pitch 2, negative 100, negative 50, 0, 50, 100. Now, the deadband that I was talking about. So, if you're anything like me, the center stick deadband drives me crazy. Meaning, I fly a lot around center stick. My whole flight, I'm moving this far unless I'm really jamming the stick and moving it one way or the other. But majority of my flight is right here. Well, most flybarless controllers have the center deadband out. They kill the middle. So that way it's not so sensitive to the normal pilot. It has always personally drove me absolutely crazy. So I can't take credit for this mix. I found somebody online that showed how to do this, but I named it D-B for deadband. It's a custom type. It's a 4-point curve. It is a negative 100, a negative 8, positive 8, positive 100. Just made one curve. I assign it to my elevator, my ailerons, my rudder. Basically what that does is it causes it to jump up and down so we can go into the monitors and you can see it work, but it gets rid of the deadband, which is fantastic. Absolutely love it. And then that's it for this. Everything else is the same. I do have rescue working. Rescue is on this switch, and this is how I did it. It's a very easy, generic way. You guys can pause the video, copy it, and use it to your radio. It works fantastic. I have it set to 0.2 seconds, and it works every time. Never had a problem with rescue not working. Again, this is set up for DSM2, DSMX. If you're using FATABA or OMP protocol, I believe you have to change a few things around. Not 100% sure. And then, of course, my special functions, which is just play, track, reset. And then down here is for override of LO2 override channel 675, and then SF override channel 5100. Very important that you do this for it to work. You can see it down there. So the SF6, SF7, now of course you can assign that to whatever you want. It's just where I assigned it. And then other than that, everything else is normal. I have my timer set to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I usually fly for about 3 minutes. And it's a pretty easy and generic radio setup. Nothing special, nothing crazy. I don't run expo. I don't do dual rates. I don't do any of that stuff. That's just my flying style, and that's how I am. I like very sensitive, as fast as I can make it go, as fast as and sensitive as the helicopter will go, and that's my preferred way of flying. If you guys have any questions, please comment down below. I'll do my best to answer you. Take care. Please subscribe and have a great day.